But it's all about how you respond to the adversity.
And now the Lakers starting group. James is out there with Paul George. Then there's Luka Doncic. Then there's Big Dog, and it's the franchise in at the shooting guard position. And this Grizzlies organization, Greg, not afraid to innovate.
Yeah, we see that with the offense they've implemented, different from just about any other team in the league. Rather than pick and roll, it's much more predicated on off-ball shifts and cutting.
Edey with it. Pass to Coward. Wells in the corner. Memphis moving that ball around. Paul George with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. And George with the stuff.
And holding nothing back there. George gives the dunk his all.
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks. Yeah, the Grizzlies head coach and I were able to chat. Coach was enthralled by the court awareness of LeBron James. He said, quote, very few guys know where all the players are on the court at all times. Very few players have the skill and the ability to take advantage of any slip-up. LeBron falls in both of those categories. There's a reason people talk about him as the GOAT. Kevin, back over to you.
All right, Allie, thank you for that. Here's Coward after the basket by Los Angeles. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Here's Edey. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Hits it from three-point range.
When he's hitting that shot, this offense becomes scary, even more difficult to defend.
Yeah, if you can hit that with regularity, it opens up the floor so much more. Well, this offense is off to an outstanding start. They're communicating, executing, and finding great shots.
Now here's Wells, and he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And here's James outside. Connects from three-point range.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's Coward, defended by George. Here's Wells. Doncic with the block.
The anticipation is there for Luka on defense. They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
And so the timeout here called by Thomas Isolo. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Ja Morant, he's checked in for LeBron. Well, for both teams, it's game one of the NBA Cup. A chance to start strong in this group stage.
Remember, the group stage is just 4 games, so every game is huge. I expect both teams to come out with a little extra effort. It just means more than your average regular season contest.
Wells' shot is good.
I love the way he went with the bounce pass there. Great awareness.
First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. And now, joining us on the line, Shams Charania with a recent development. Shams, what's the latest?
Thanks, Kevin. Still early in the season, but the 76ers aren't wasting any time on personnel changes. They made a deal to acquire Austin Reeves in a move I'm told they believe will add crucial depth to their lineup. He can fill a lot of holes offensively. He's the kind of player they're hoping can give them some stability on that side of the floor.
Thank you so much, Shams. We sure appreciate the update. And that one's good. Coward. Lakers leading by 5. Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible.
And there's the slam dunk to finish it off. 1:36 left in the first quarter. He takes it in. George with the steal. Here's Morant. The shot's good on the assist by George.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Here's Coward. He's got 5. Pass to Wells. There's a screen. Here's Aldama. Pocket 6. Back to Edey. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
Here's the franchise. Buries the long-range jumper. The franchise has got 10.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Pass to Coward. Here's Aldama. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him.
Took him no time at all on that one.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Doncic with the block. Baseline try, and a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on, they're just having their way out there and continuing to press the in.
And so it's Los Angeles, enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. They've excelled in the open court. Their transition game has allowed them to build this healthy lead. And we'll be back with you shortly. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
Well, they're playing with great pace, pushing the ball up the floor and attacking before the defense can get set.
And the other thing, I love how they're playing up tonight, getting into ball handlers and forcing some turnovers.
So on the floor for the Lakers to start this second quarter, Big Dog is out there with Smart. Then there's Then it's Morant, and it's Kennard in at the shooting guard. Here's Big Dog. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. 6 points for Big Dog. In each of his first 7 seasons in the NBA, Coach, DeAndre Ayton has averaged a double-double.
Yeah, Kevin, I think DeAndre Ayton, despite being a former #1 pick, has actually become one of the more underrated big guys in the league. Like, this guy, as you said, is consistent. He gets it done every night, every year, and you can count on him. I like DeAndre Ayton.
And so J.J. Redick will call a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. And the Lakers with some changes. Hayes comes in for DeAndre Ayton, and James subbed in for Kennard. The 3 from LeBron. The three-pointer is right on target. LeBron's got 6.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Caldwell Pope for 3. Nope, not that time. Nothing for 2 from the field. Lakers leading by 16. Here's Big Dog. And good as it rattles through the hoop. He's got 8.
And yeah, he's not messing around. He wants no part of a comeback in this one.
Well, this is how you shut the door, right? You keep making good shots and you build the lead.
The tray. Rebounded by the Lakers. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Memphis this season.
And going back to last year, this series was an even split. They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
Here's Aldama. And again, Memphis no good.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage. I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
It sure is. They've certainly accepted the challenge. The trick now is to sustain this effort.
And so the timeout here called by Thomas Isolo. He's ready to talk things through with them. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
And really showed their depth when they needed it most. On the road, having to manufacture points.
And those are the games you need as a squad. Proving to yourself you can go win in a hostile environment.
The franchise is checked in for the Lakers. Doncic comes in for Morant. And we've got a moment now to look at the highest scoring teams in the NBA from last season. Second, the Grizzlies.
I just loved how this team attacked their opponents. You could see their confidence grow as the year went on, and the points really started to pile up.
Caldwell Pope kicks to Wells. Back to Caldwell Pope. 6 to shoot. Looking to end the run. And Aldama slams it in.
Well, at nearly 7 feet, throwing it down is probably almost effortless for Aldama.
Got that bucket in no time at all. Doncic has got 5 now.
Of the two offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
Well, I think it's because they're calling sets that really match up well with their personnel.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Well, after picking up his 3rd foul, they may sit him the rest of the half.
Here's Coward. James covering. Here's Aldama. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. He has 7. And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Well, for all the anticipation around NBA expansion, we might have to pump the brakes. I'm told a number of team owners are a bit hesitant to further carve up the revenue from this new national broadcasting deal, so the timeline may take longer than some fans had hoped.
They'll get there for sure. All right, Shams, we thank you very much for that report. Fouled in the act of shooting, gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him. So Edey will go to the free throw line. It's on Luka Doncic. The Grizzlies shooting their first free throw of the evening.
One shot.
Free throw good. Edey.
Well, with Zach Edey, it's about more than his 7'4" size. Skills will develop, his timing will improve, but he's already got the physical foundation of a great player. Defensively, if you're going to disrupt his rhythm, you have to put more pressure on him.
And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Here's James. Battles through traffic and lays it in. James has got 10.
And one of those players who will not be denied. LeBron's so strong inside.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And the 7-footer, Sante Aldama. You know, Stan, he looks like a guard out there at times.
Oh, the way this guy has improved since he's come into the league is phenomenal. You know, this is a guy who's gotten better as a shooter, more consistent, more efficient. But then he's added, like you said, his ability to put the ball on the floor and attack the basket, and his ability to pass off the dribble. This is a very skilled big man.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Big Dog, he's checked in for Hayes. George comes in for Smart. And it's Morant in for Luka Doncic. Down low, outside for Caldwell Pope. They swipe it. Here's the franchise, and that one is stuffed right through.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Here's Big Dog. Off target at the rim. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Lakers on top, delivering the blowout. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
Welcome, everybody, to halftime. NBA action abounds. Let's see what games are tipping off later. And we're going to take a moment to talk about something. I've been seeing Shaq's face everywhere lately. Kenny, do you think it's fair to say Shaq is the king of sponsorship? Now let's talk about that first half. What an impressive performance for the Lakers.
Well, you can see the camaraderie.
And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew.
And welcome back to the second half of our Halloween broadcast. It's been a clinic out there by the franchise.
Well, through the first two, he has been nothing short of a marksman from deep.
Yeah, he's been locked in tonight. Through the first 2 quarters, he's been a huge factor from outside.
And so it's the Lakers with it. The wing pair, it's Caldwell Pope and Wells. Zach Edey out there with Santi Aldama. And it's Coward in at the 1. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. And the dunk by Edey.
Yeah, this is when they need to lean on him more. Get him the ball and let him build some momentum.
Here's the franchise. Good, and the nice assist from Morant. Morant's got 4 assists now tonight.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
And the dunk by Edey.
Moving the ball for the highest percentage look.
And a minute played as the second half gets going. And there's the drive. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
Well, they expect this from him, and he's a big reason they're out in front right now.
Grizzlies shooting 52% from the floor. Nice work so far from them. Pass to Wells. Here's Coward, guarded by Morant. And here is Wells. Shot clock at 5. Back to Aldama. Launches it. And no good. Excellent D there from George. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. That one goes. Count it.
Well, they came out of the locker room with a purpose. 4 for 4 already in the half.
Wells wide open. A three-pointer, no good.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And when you shoot 86 from the line like he did last season, you usually cash in on those opportunities.
Memphis has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Hey, Kevin. Well, this September, Grizzlies legend Marc Gasol was enshrined in the Basketball Hall of Fame. A 3-time All-Star and Defensive Player of the Year, Marc was acquired in a trade for his brother, Pau Gasol, who was likewise an All-Star with the Grizzlies. Marc, a fixture on and off the court in Memphis. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Allie, thanks a lot.
Well, Caldwell Pope is one of those guys who just loves to come after you.
From deep, James, and another 3 for the Lakers.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
And a quick look now at how the Memphis Grizzlies' schedule is shaping up. On Sunday, they'll face off against Scotty Barnes and the Toronto Raptors. Then on Monday, they'll go up against Cade Cunningham and the Detroit Pistons.
And that game against Houston, that's number 9 on the season for them. They should start feeling good about themselves at that point.
Jackson, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. The Lakers also changing it up. Hayes, he's checked in for Big Dog. Vanderbilt comes in for George. And Smart subbed in for James. And the franchise gets it to go.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
In recent seasons, availability has been a problem for John Morant. Greg, dig into that a little bit.
Well, from a league suspension to multiple injuries, Morant has missed a significant amount of time, but we know when he's on the court, he's a game changer.
Hachimura is checked in for Vanderbilt.
Best dunking point guard in the game, Ja Morant.
The Grizzlies have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter, 4 of 8. With some art, and good that time. Jackson's got his second bucket of the night.
A coach loves seeing chances from that range. Work that inside area.
Out to Morant. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Pass to Edey. Outside Jackson. Edey with a screen on Hachimura. Floats one up. Jackson, that's good.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Here's Smart. Hands it from downtown. Smart's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
3-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
We've got 28 seconds left to play in the third. The shot by Wells, no good.
Wow, his shooting woes continue, and it's weighing down this offense.
And the franchise gets it to go.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
And yes, it's good.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
And so it's Los Angeles, able to put on a show for the ages. And with as many 3-pointers as they've drained, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. Right back after this break. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. The Grizzlies shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. And on the court for the Lakers to start the fourth. Hachimura is the 4 with 8 to play in the 5. Luke Kennard out there with James. And it's Connect in at the small forward position.
Wow, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
And that one's good, James.
They've given up a lot of 3-pointers here today.
Takes it inside.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. And James throws it down.
Oh, yes, this James, he can fly as well.
And as we've seen, Greg, navigating this age of social media can be difficult for an NBA player.
Yeah, a momentary indiscretion can get broadcast to the whole world, so there's a need for caution that's probably higher than in decades past.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Pass to Spencer. Jackson has the open look. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. And it's Connect in the corner. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the 3s they're allowing.
The Grizzlies have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. And another miss by Memphis. Here's Los Angeles now, stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going. Wasted no time on that one. James has got 8 points in the quarter.
not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Pass to Spencer. And it's off from three-point range. Los Angeles has gotten in the groove from three-point range. They are 4 for 4 since the third quarter ended.
And I like how James commits to the drive and goes all out to get where he wants to.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Now Eldama. Outside Jackson. There's a screen by Eldama. Jackson passes to Eldama. Misses from short range.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Their body language does not look good right now. They're deflated and unable to stop this run.
Memphis has gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range.
2 minutes remaining at the game.
And he dunks it down.
Oh, big finish, emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. Wow. Here's Connect. And another 3 for the Lakers.
I love how aggressive Connect is off the catch. Shots like that proves he belongs in this league.
Jackson gets the bucket.
Great pass to hit him in stride. Love to see teammates in sync with each other.
And there's Ayton, and that's good on the assist by Connect. Ayton's got his first 2 points of the night. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Eldama for 3. Rebound the Lakers.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Lakers.
The sheer volume of three-pointers was the deciding factor tonight, it seems.
Yeah, they'd sink one and then do it again, and that strategy did work.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for the franchise.
He just looked like an orchestrator out there. His teammates kept running to the open spot, and he found them time and time again.
And it's just competing, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
And again, Memphis no good.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
Here's Big Dog, defended by Eldama. Big Dog, and another 3 for the Lakers.
Yeah, they sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
Yeah, and winning games on the road is huge, especially when you get them in such a convincing fashion.
No good at the stripe this time. His second misses also. There's the triple. And another 3 for the Lakers.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Well, if you're looking to get points in a hurry as the game clock's running down, that's certainly the way to do it.
So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. And tonight, not just a regular season win, it also counts in the NBA Cup standing.
And if you look at the teams that advance in the Cup, you normally have to win this first game, so they're off to a strong start.
And Allie LaForce has got something now for us from the floor. Allie, take it away.
Paul, what a great team effort defensively. What were the points of emphasis?
We do a great job of helping one another and being in gaps. And, if we're going to get beat, it's going to have to be, beat by contested shots and the ball being swung. So that's what we had to do. We had to sit down, guard guys, and, make them play on the offensive end as a team.
Defense certainly has to be a full team effort, and it paid off tonight. Thanks, Paul.
As always, Allie, we appreciate it. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. Here with Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan, signing off for this presentation of NBA basketball. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, the franchise.